Hello. I'm glad you guys made it to my next leak. Today, I am going to share with you all a very dangerous anomaly known as SCP-7439. SCP-7439 is a unique and anomalous object resembling an ornate book bound in leather, measuring 30 centimeters in height, 25 centimeters in width, and 8 centimeters in thickness. The cover of the book features intricate engravings of various symbols, patterns, and depictions of historical events. The pages within SCP-7439 are made of an unidentified material that is remarkably durable and resistant to decay. Here's the file. I don't know who this researcher is, but still I have changed their name. Object Class, Keter. File, Temporal Ripples. Dr. Emily Caldwell's determination had led her down a tumultuous path, weaving through the frayed threads of time itself. She had managed to restore a semblance of stability to the timeline, but the echoes of her interventions resonated throughout reality. She had become a guardian of time, a living anchor holding the universe's fragile history together. Within the bustling research hub that had risen in place of the abandoned estate, Dr. Caldwell continued her tireless efforts to maintain the balance she had fought so hard to restore. Each day brought new challenges as she navigated the intricacies of the timeline's complex tapestry. The presence of the Chrono Codex, SCP-7439, was a constant reminder of the power she wielded. As she delved deeper into its pages, she discovered a passage that described a convergence, a moment when time itself would unravel, threatening to plunge the world into chaos. Dr. Caldwell knew that preventing this convergence was her ultimate task, and she would need every resource at her disposal. In her search for answers, Dr. Caldwell reached out to a network of fellow researchers, including Dr. Felix Hughes, an expert in temporal anomalies. Dr. Hughes had long studied the enigmatic SCP-914, an object with the power to alter and refine items placed within it. If anyone could provide insights into managing the temporal disturbances caused by the Codex, it was him. The meeting between Dr. Caldwell and Dr. Hughes was tense, marked by their mutual respect for the intricacies of time manipulation. Dr. Hughes shared his findings on SCP-914, detailing its capacity to fine-tune objects based on different settings. He suggested that a modification of this anomaly's principles might offer a solution to mitigate the destructive convergence Dr. Caldwell feared. With the knowledge from Dr. Hughes, Dr. Caldwell set out to create a temporal refinement device, combining the principles of SCP-7439 and SCP-914. The goal was to focus and channel the Codex's effects, preventing the wide-reaching ripples that had threatened the very fabric of reality. The construction of the device was a meticulous process, requiring the collaboration of the brightest minds in temporal research. After months of work, the temporal stabilizer was complete, a sophisticated apparatus designed to harness the Codex's power while minimizing its unintended consequences. However, as the convergence approached, the very fabric of reality strained against their efforts. Dr. Caldwell and her team faced the daunting task of deploying the temporal stabilizer at a specific convergence point, a nexus of temporal energy that would either save or sunder the timeline. As the appointed hour neared, the research hub buzzed with anticipation. Dr. Caldwell and Dr. Hughes stood at the heart of the hub, their eyes fixed on a swirling vortex of temporal energy. With the temporal stabilizer activated, they worked in tandem to channel the Codex's power, hoping to redirect the convergence's destructive potential. A battle of wills ensued, as the convergence fought back with an intensity that shook the very foundations of reality. The ground trembled, and the air crackled with energy as the two researchers struggled against the tide of temporal chaos. In the final moments, with the convergence on the verge of overwhelming them, Dr. Caldwell made a choice, a leap of faith that would determine the fate of the timeline. She infused the temporal stabilizer with a surge of energy, a ripple of resolve that resonated through the universe. The result was a blinding flash, a collision of forces that sent shockwaves through time itself. When the light subsided, the researchers stood amidst a transformed landscape. The timeline had shifted, not to the chaos of the convergence, but to a new reality, one shaped by their combined efforts. The anomalies that had once plagued the world were no more. The metropolis that had sprung from the village thrived as a testament to their perseverance. Dr. Hughes and Dr. Caldwell had managed to weave a new thread into the tapestry of time, a thread that spoke of resilience, collaboration, and the strength of the human spirit. In the aftermath, as reality settled into its new course, the temporal stabilizer stood as a symbol of their triumph. It was moved to a chamber adjacent to SCP-914, a testament to the unity of purpose between two remarkable anomalies and the minds that tamed them. Dr. Caldwell's legacy lived on as a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the face of temporal uncertainty, humanity could rise above to shape its destiny. And within the SCP Foundation community, the tale of the temporal stabilizer became a cherished narrative, an enduring testament to the collaborative spirit that defined the pursuit of understanding and the safeguarding of the unknown. The victory against the Convergence had brought a temporary sense of calm to the world Dr. Emily Caldwell and Dr. Felix Hughes had fought so hard to preserve. The temporal anomalies that once threatened to unravel reality had been quelled, replaced by a newfound equilibrium. The Temporal Stabilizer, an ingenious fusion of SCP-7439 and SCP-914, stood as a testament to their collaboration. Yet, despite the apparent tranquility, a sense of unease lingered. Dr. Caldwell couldn't shake the feeling that the timeline was far more delicate than anyone could comprehend. The very nature of time was fickle, and even their best efforts might not have been enough to prevent unforeseen consequences. Just before I continue, the SCP that will be mentioned further on has been completely removed. Either it ceased to exist or it was removed completely by a much higher power. I will find out more and leak it soon. One day, while studying the Codex, Dr. Caldwell stumbled upon a page that filled her with dread. It described an impending event, a tear in the fabric of time itself, designated as SCP-redacted. The description was vague, but it hinted at a catastrophe of unprecedented proportions, one that could undo all they had achieved. Dr. Caldwell shared her discovery with Dr. Hughes, and together, they scoured the Codex for any information that could help them avert this new threat. The SCP community, intrigued by the tale of the Temporal Stabilizer, rallied to their cause, sharing insights and theories in a collaborative effort to decipher the enigmatic SCP-redacted. Their research led them to believe that SCP-redacted was linked to a fundamental flaw in the very concept of time manipulation. It was a realization that shattered their confidence, revealing that the universe's tapestry was inherently fragile and that their actions, no matter how well-intentioned, might always invite unintended consequences. As the day of reckoning drew closer, Dr. Caldwell and Dr. Hughes worked tirelessly to develop a plan to confront SCP-redacted. They knew that their best hope lay in using the Temporal Stabilizer, but the magnitude of the threat demanded a level of precision they had never attempted before. The SCP Foundation, recognizing the gravity of the situation, provided resources and support. The global community rallied behind them, including experts from various fields, each contributing their expertise to the monumental task at hand. The Temporal Stabilizer, once a symbol of triumph, now represented humanity's determination to overcome the unknown. The day arrived, marked by an ominous energy that hung in the air. Dr. Caldwell and Dr. Hughes, flanked by a team of dedicated researchers, stood before a rift in reality, the manifestation of SCP-redacted. With the Temporal Stabilizer humming with potential, they prepared to confront the anomaly head-on. As they activated the stabilizer, the world around them trembled. The very fabric of reality seemed to waver as the stabilizer's energy clashed with the anomaly's destabilizing force. A maelstrom of temporal energy engulfed them, and for a fleeting moment, they glimpsed the chaos that lay beyond the veil of reality. Dr. Caldwell's mind raced, memories of the journey that had led them here flashing before her eyes. She remembered the abandoned estate, the discovery of SCP-7439, the collaborations, and the sacrifices. Every choice they had made had led them to this pivotal moment, a moment where the fate of the world hung in the balance. The struggle was intense, the clash of forces threatening to tear them apart. But in the midst of the chaos, a realization dawned on Dr. Caldwell. The key to overcoming SCP-redacted was not in mastering time, but in embracing its inherent uncertainty. The universe was a complex web of interactions, and their attempts to control it had only exacerbated the fractures. With a surge of determination, Dr. Caldwell and Dr. Hughes shifted their approach. Instead of resisting the anomaly, they began to harmonize with it, allowing its temporal energies to meld with their own. The rift, once a turbulent vortex, began to stabilize, its destructive potential giving way to an eerie calm. In that moment of unity, Dr. Caldwell understood that the true power of the Temporal Stabilizer lay not in imposing order, but in finding harmony within chaos. As the rift closed, a ripple of energy cascaded through time, rewriting the narrative of SCP-redacted. When the world settled back into its familiar rhythm, Dr. Caldwell and Dr. Hughes shared a wearied but triumphant smile. They had faced the unknown head-on and emerged with a deeper understanding of the universe's intricacies. The SCP community, inspired by their courage, celebrated their victory as a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity. In the aftermath, the temporal stabilizer remained a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the face of the most enigmatic anomalies, collaboration and adaptability could prevail. Dr. Caldwell's and Dr. Hughes' story became a legend within the SCP Foundation, inspiring researchers and enthusiasts alike to embrace the mysteries of the unknown. And as they continued to unravel the complexities of time, the words of the Chrono Codex took on a new significance. The threads of time are delicate, but within their fragility lies the potential for greatness. In the aftermath of the confrontation with SCP-redacted, the world had settled into a fragile equilibrium. Dr. Emily Caldwell and Dr. Felix Hughes had achieved the unimaginable. A victory against an anomaly that threatened to tear apart the very fabric of time. Their collaboration had united the SCP community, transforming their story into a beacon of inspiration. As the years passed, Dr. Caldwell's dedication to understanding the mysteries of time only deepened. The temporal stabilizer, once a symbol of crisis, had become a tool for progress. Dr. Caldwell used it to refine her understanding of temporal manipulation, exploring the limits of what humanity could achieve while respecting the delicate balance of existence. Dr. Hughes, on the other hand, continued his work with SCP-914. With the convergence crisis averted, he saw an opportunity to harness the anomaly's potential for the betterment of mankind. His modifications to SCP-914 settings allowed for the creation of innovative technologies that pushed the boundaries of scientific discovery. The two researchers, despite their distinct focuses, maintained a close friendship and exchanged ideas regularly. It was during one of these exchanges that Dr. Caldwell experienced a revelation. As she pored over the Codex's descriptions, a pattern emerged, a subtle thread that connected seemingly unrelated events. The realization struck her with an electrifying jolt. The Codex wasn't merely a repository of future events, it was a map of possibilities, a guide to the untapped potential of the timeline. Dr. Caldwell understood that to truly master time, one needed to embrace not just the past and the present, but the infinite branches of the future. With this newfound insight, Dr. Caldwell embarked on an ambitious project to create a device that could tap into the uncharted currents of possibility. Drawing inspiration from both SCP-7439 and SCP-914, she envisioned a temporal nexus, a device that could access and manipulate the streams of events yet to occur. The SCP community rallied behind her once more, contributing resources, expertise, and support. The Temporal Nexus project became a testament to humanity's thirst for knowledge and its unyielding resilience in the face of the unknown. Years of research and development culminated in the completion of the Temporal Nexus. Dr. Caldwell, now a revered figure within the SCP Foundation, stood before the device that could reshape the very destiny of mankind. The world held its breath as she activated the Nexus, its intricate machinery humming with energy. As the Temporal Nexus awakened, the fabric of reality seemed to ripple around it. Dr. Caldwell's vision expanded beyond the confines of the present, and she saw the myriad paths that lay ahead. The Codex's descriptions, once confined to pages, manifested as vivid threads of light, each representing a potential outcome. With a determined focus, Dr. Caldwell began to navigate the threads of possibility. She observed the consequences of choices yet to be made, the impact of actions not yet taken. And within this tapestry of potential, she identified a convergence, a point where the choices of countless individuals coalesced into a pivotal moment. Dr. Caldwell understood that this was her opportunity to guide humanity toward a future of unity and progress. With a deep breath, she reached out to the threads, her touch resonating through the timeline. The moment of convergence, once an unpredictable force, now bent to her will, harmonizing with the rhythm of her intentions. The world around her shifted, reality itself bending to her command. The threads of possibility weaved together, creating a new narrative, a future shaped by wisdom, collaboration, and boundless potential. As the Temporal Nexus's energy subsided, Dr. Caldwell stood in awe of the world she had forged. The heroism of Dr. Caldwell had transcended time itself. Her legacy wasn't just one of triumph over anomalies, it was a legacy of empowerment, reminding humanity that the power to shape the future rested in their hands. Dr. Caldwell had become a living legend, a beacon of hope whose actions echoed through the ages. And within the annals of the SCP Foundation, her story stood as a testament to the indomitable spirit of discovery. As researchers and enthusiasts alike delved into her tale, they found inspiration to unravel the mysteries of the unknown, to venture into uncharted territory, and to embrace the potential that lay within every choice they made. The Codex's final message had been fulfilled. The threads of time are delicate, but within their fragility lies the potential for greatness. Dr. Emily Caldwell had harnessed that potential, steering the course of history toward a brighter future. One where the threads of time were woven with purpose, guided by the unyielding determination of a true hero. Whoever this researcher was, they did an amazing job. But who are they? I must find out. I hope they're still alive and healthy. I would love to meet them. That is all for today. I hope this leak gave you hope that these anomalies are beyond strange and really are anomalies. I will be back soon with another leak. I will dig deeper and find this removed anomaly and if it's appeared in another time. Goodbye.